Hi everyone, this is Dr. Praveen S. Patil here. Today we are going to look into the thyroid report reading. How to read thyroid test report. If you take any thyroid report, we do get the readings of the TSH, T3, T4, and in the most of conditions nowadays we are getting the report of the FT4 also. What is TSH? Thyroid stimulating hormone, which is secreted from the another endocrine gland called pituitary. That is anterior part of the pituitary is secreting the TSH. This TSH stimulates the thyroid to secrete T3 and T4, that is triiodothyroxine, that is T3, and thyroxine, that is T4. So whenever this thyroxine start hypofunctioning, then that will be get identified by the pituitary, and pituitary what it does, whenever there is a thyroxine hypofunctioning, then it will increase the TSH. The TSH will increase when the thyroid is not functioning properly. If the thyroid is hyperfunctioning, excessive secretion of the T3, T4, then it will reduce the stimulation. That is by decreasing the secretion of the TSH. This is called as feedback mechanism. And whatever the hormone which is get secreted from the thyroid, that will get binded with the some protein, then this is called as thyroxine. The thing which is not binded or bound with the protein, that is called as free T4, that is FT4. So if there is any problem or the defect in the binding, that is our the binding agent, that is protein itself, then we may get a wrong or somewhat alteration in the T4 level. So that can be avoided by measuring the FT4, which is a free T4. TSH, as I told, is a thyroid stimulating hormone produced by the anterior pituitary. The normal range of the TSH is zero point 0.5 to 5 milli international unit per liter. T3, T4, this is thyroxine and that is T4. Triiodothyroxine, that is T3. If the T4 loses one iodine, uh, then it will become T3. These are the thyroid hormones. These usually regulate the body weight, energy level, internal temperature, and the health of the skin, nail, hair, and it entirely controlling the metabolism, and it will control the gonadal hormones, and it helps to maintain the feelings, etc. The normal range of the T4 is 5 to 12 microgram per deciliter, whereas the T3 is 80 to 220 nanogram per deciliter. You have to pay some concentration at the measuring unit. If the measuring unit changes, then definitely this range also changes. FT4 in children's, the normal range is zero point 0.8 to 2 nanogram per dl, adult zero point 0.7 to 1.8 nanogram per dl. In case of pregnancy, half to 1 nanogram per dl. These are the normal ranges of FT4. Coming into the readings here, see, if the TSH is high, means pituitary secreting higher concentration, whereas T3, T4 and FT4 are low. Why it is secreting high? Because thyroid is hypofunctioning, is not functioning up to the mark. Hence, the thyroid is secreting more TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone, to make it normal. So this kind of picture is seen in case of the primary hypothyroidism or in case of the post thyroid total thyroidectomy. If it is high, TSH is high, and T3, T4, FT4 are normal. This condition is called as subclinical hypothyroidism. In the lab, we are unable to diagnose the hypofunctionality or to identify the hypofunctionality of the thyroid, but the pituitary has already sensed it. It has already identified the hypofunctioning of the thyroid. So these conditions are called as subclinical hypothyroidism. If it is all the readings that TSH is low, T3 is low, T4 is low, FT4 is also low, so such conditions comes under secondary or tertiary hypothyroidism. So why the thyroid is not functioning here? Why the thyroid is hypofunctioning here? Because the TSH itself is low, means there is a pathology in the pituitary. So that kind of conditions is called a secondary hypothyroidism. Then why the thyroid is sorry pituitary is secreting lower TSH? Because the hypothalamus may be not initiating the pituitary. So such conditions comes under the tertiary hypothyroidism. If the pathology is in the pituitary, that is secondary hypothyroidism. If the pathology is in the hypothalamus, then it is called as tertiary hypothyroidism. In such conditions, TSH, T3, T4, and FT4 all are in the lower side. If the TSH is low and the T3, T4, FT4 are on the higher side, then this is a primary hyperthyroidism. This is exactly opposite to the hypothyroidism, primary hypothyroidism, where in the primary hypothyroidism, T3, T4, FT4 are low, TSH is high. So vice versa here. TSH is low, T3, T4, FT4 are high. So this is called as primary hyperthyroidism. So as that of the subclinical hypothyroidism, here also TSH is low and the T3, T4, FT4 remains normal. That is subclinical hyperthyroidism. If all the readings are low, this part we have already discussed in the secondary or tertiary hypothyroidism. If all the readings are low, this is a central hypothyroidism. If the TSH is low and T3 is normal and T4, FT4 are high, so this kind of conditions are seen in case of the thyroiditis. If the TSH is low, T3 is high, T4 and FT4 are normal, then this is called as T3 thyrotoxicosis. Like in Graves' disease, grave thyroiditis and all, we can come to see such kind of picture. If all the conditions in the TSH is high, T3 is high, T4 is high, FT4 is high, then this kind of things are seen in case of the pituitary adenomas. So this is about a brief introduction to the interpretation of the thyroid report. If you like this video, then kindly subscribe to channel and press the bell icon. Your liking may initiate the more people to see this video. Thank you.